Princess Charlotte shared a touching moment with her uncle Prince Harry as they said goodbye to the Queen in St. George Chapel. Charlotte and older brother Prince George arrived at St. George Chapel in Windsor alongside their mum the Princess of Wales and Queen Consort Camilla, while their grandfather the King and Dad Prince William walked behind the late monarch's coffin. During the service, Charlotte sat next to her mum Kate as well as Harry, who sat next to wife Meghan Markle. At one point, Charlotte was seen adjusting her hat before looking over at her uncle. Harry then briefly looked up and caught her eye and smiled at the princess. It was unknown if George and Charlotte would walk in the procession in the chapel as their names did not feature in the order of service. But they took their places for their second role of the day in the committal service, seemingly following a decision by their parents William and Kate. Earlier today, the two young royals attended the state funeral service at Westminster Abbey alongside their parents and the 2,000-strong congregation. In a daunting task, George, a 9-year-old future king, and Charlotte, a mini-me of her mother in her smart black hat, were there to see firsthand the respect and admiration their great-grandmother inspired. So young, they were barely visible, flanked by their parents, in the procession as it moved through the abbey. In a change to the originally suggested formation, William and Kate walked protectively either side of their children, rather than in front of them, with Kate holding Charlotte's hand. It's understood the royal couple thought long and hard while having discussions with the children before deciding they would attend, and the young royals walked beside their parents as they followed the Queen's coffin into Westminster Abbey. Afterwards, the Queen's coffin was transferred to the state hearse at Wellington Arch ahead of beginning its journey to Windsor for a committal ceremony later this afternoon, and Charlotte could be seen whispering to her big brother. Meghan Markle was seen sharing a comforting smile with Princess Charlotte as the royal family left Westminster Abbey following the Queen's funeral. Recognizing the distress the young royal must be in following the death of her great-grandmother, the Duchess of Sussex gave her niece a sweet grin when she gazed over her shoulder after exiting the building. Princess Charlotte was one of the youngest members of the royal family to attend the late Queen Elizabeth II's state funeral alongside her older brother, Prince George. Their youngest sibling, Prince Louis, did not join his family in the procession or funeral today as at only 4 years old, he was likely presumed too young to attend. Noticing Meghan's attempt to comfort her niece, one Twitter user said, "It looked like Meghan tried to smile at Princess Charlotte." Another user added, "Pretty sure when they are walking out of the church, Meghan smiles at Princess Charlotte." Princess Charlotte and Prince George traveled to Westminster Abbey in the same car as the Queen Consort Camilla and their mother Princess Catherine. It is the first time the young royals have been seen in public since the country was struck with the sad news about the Queen's death at age 96. During the emotional service, 7-year-old Princess Charlotte honored her great-grandmother by wearing a small pin in the shape of a horseshoe on her black coat. Sharing the late Queen's love of horses, it has been reported that Princess Charlotte is currently learning how to ride horseback. When the Queen's coffin came past them, she appeared to remind Prince George of the royal protocol, saying you need to bow. Many mourners have praised the young royals on how they composed themselves on such an upsetting day, with one user saying, "Touching moment, Prince George and Princess Charlotte have done so well today." Another user added, "So proud of Prince George and Princess Charlotte." A third user said, "Prince George and Princess Charlotte are such wonderful and well-behaved children."